Hello, I'm the Jody Saver. So this week I reached the milestone of 100 subscribers to my channel. So I thought it was a good natural point to kind of go through my YouTube analytics and look back at the past 4 months and just see where I've got my views and a bit of an interesting video to look at the kind of watch time and views I've got so far. So here on the screen you can see my YouTube analytics page. So you can see to the right here, it says I've got 103 subscribers, and the panel here tells us how many views I've had in the last 48 hours. Now the interesting bit here, so I've got it down as the lifetime at the moment. So for the lifetime of the channel, I've had 5,834 views, 240 watch time hours, and 103 subscribers. And you can see in this chart how my views have varied. I would say, well, month on month, but every single day is tracked. So you can see my first video was the 25th of January. I had a high day here where I had 67 views in a day, and my highest day so far has been on the 29th of March where I had 200 views in a day, and then that was sort of nearly replicated with Tuesday the 3rd of May. Now, what I've actually found, you can see here along the bottom, you can see the videos that have generated those views when I published them. So it seems to be that I got kind of an influx of views and some subscribers when I started publishing my Vanguard portfolio updates, which is really good. And what I think, I mean, I've only done 3 of them now so far, but what I intend to see is that I'll probably get a surge of views when I first publish those updates, and then they'll sort of peter off a bit, and then I'll get a surge, and then they'll peter off a bit. But as a numbers guy, it's really, really interesting to have this data build up over time. So if I look at watch time hours, again, it's the same pattern here. So on that day in March, I had 11 hours watch time, and again in April, it was around 8 hours. And then the 103 subscribers, which to be honest has been a bit more erratic as to when the sort of trends are. I mean, I think one thing with subscribers is that just because a video gets views doesn't necessarily mean those are going to be the videos that generate the subscribers. Sometimes the subscribers are generated from your sort of less popular videos in terms of views. So yeah, so you can see here, my top video is my Vanguard portfolio 3 years of investing update, which has 2,500 views. Frugal February 936, and then yeah, you can see these 2 Vanguard portfolio updates both have kind of 500 and 300 views. So I think before I came in at YouTube, I would say, oh, 500 views, that's not many. But actually, when you start creating it, when you start creating videos, you appreciate how hard it is to get views on YouTube and how hard it is to get people to sort of watch any of your content, in terms of they may click on a video and then bounce right off. So actually, I'm quite happy that people have been sticking around for 2 minutes to watch us talk about my portfolio. And then yeah, I suppose yeah, you can see the numbers kind of dwindle a bit as we get lower, but still really positive. You know, I'm chuffed that I've got a video that has hit over 1,000 views. That was an aim of mine. Kind of with these videos, you know, there wasn't really any aim because it's all kind of for my personal tracking. But one of the goals was actually, could I get a video that reaches over 1,000 views? And yeah, I've got one that's got 2,500 views so far. So really, really good. So next tab, if I go to reach, this is really, really interesting. So the reach is basically how many times your videos have popped up on someone's YouTube feed. So that's what they call an impression. Yeah, so that's how many times your video or thumbnails were shown to viewers. So that's 67,000 impressions. And of those impressions, 6.2% of those have clicked through to watch the video, which has generated the 5.8 thousand views. Now, something that is really interesting is you can see that these are all quite low, and then at the start of May, we got 4,000 impressions. Now that's when I actually posted my May Vanguard portfolio update, and sorry, it was my April Vanguard portfolio update. And what I'd done differently about that video was that I actually used a lot of the hashtags that sort of other YouTube channels were using when they were doing portfolio updates. So actually, at the end of the video description, I put a lot of sort of hashtags related to investing and Vanguard and so on, and that seemed to generate a lot of impressions. Whereas in these earlier videos, when I'd done my updates, I think I did it on the 4th of April. It didn't really have much of an impact because I did the video title, but then in the description box, I didn't really say anything regarding the hashtags. Like, I did put a few hashtags, but they weren't the sort of the popular ones, I guess, that other YouTubers use. Bit about the traffic sources over time. We've got a funnel here of how everything leads to watch time hours, and a bit about the top terms, and then a bit about the traffic that's suggested in my videos. So next, engagement. So again, this is just showing that how the 240 watch time hours have been generated. There's a bit here which I don't really understand too much. So if anyone's watching this and wants to explain, it's this key moments for audience retention. I mean, it says audience retention explains how well different moments of your video held viewers' attention. So it tells you this, but I don't really understand what the key takeaway of this should be. So if anyone knows how to interpret this section, then let us know. And then again, it tells you all the videos which generate the watch time hours. So astonishingly, like, a lot of my watch time hours have come from that Vanguard portfolio update. So I kind of appreciate that when I've seen these updates in the past from different YouTubers, when they talk about kind of one video generating a lot of that sort of analytic activity. I'm sort of seeing that myself in these videos, in these analytics, because that one video has generated quite a lot of my hours. And then finally, I'll just talk through the audience. So because I've looked at the lifetime of my channel, it doesn't give us a return in viewers view. Sorry, that's stuck on there. A return as viewers view, or unique viewers view. But if I say went to the last 7 days, it would tell us that 73 people had watched my videos and were returning, 175 were unique viewers. So I'll just go back to the lifetime. So it just tells us the subscribers, and how they've been generated, in terms of new viewers, other channels my audience watch. And then I think there's a bit that say, top geographies. This is interesting. So 60% are from the UK and 10% are from the US. So I think there'll probably be a proportion that don't have the geography sort of available to YouTube. That maybe they've got some sort of location permission switched off, so YouTube can't tell. But I'd expect that a lot of people are from the UK, since I'm posting about my UK sort of I'm posting about everything in pounds, and about like investing from a mortgage overpayment from a UK perspective and so on. So predominantly male. That's an interesting one, to be honest, because I suppose maybe that's the nation. Maybe a lot more males watch YouTube. I mean, maybe it's because I'm male myself. I mean, I would have assumed now with people like Mama Furfur and Finance D and so on, that there'd be a lot of females watching the content, the financial content online, but maybe males stick to male creators and females stick to female creators. I don't know. I mean, I watch everyone, so there's not really a gender difference in kind of what I watch, but it's interesting that 80% are male. I thought it might have been more of an even split. And 35 to 44 years, 68.3%. So that's my analytics so far. As I said, I find this really interesting myself to see how YouTube just works, and I just think the amount of data that you can get is phenomenal. So yeah, I mean, I've started on the 25th of January. It's now at the end of May, so that's what, 4 months in. I'll probably do another one of these videos kind of a year after I've started my channel. So it'd be interesting to know if this grows by any, and if so, how much it grows by. But I'm really enjoying this sort of creative process of putting videos out and yeah, just seeing how they grow. And the fact I've got at least one person who watches along to these updates is good, and it's helping me get kind of confidence in sort of speaking, because I do it. I have to do it in other areas of my life, so it's good to to practice when it's not sort of the crucial moment. So yeah. If you've and as I always say, if you've got a channel yourself and you're kind of a smaller YouTuber like I am, then let us know what your channel's called in the comments below, and I'll check it out. And if you've got one of these YouTube stats videos, then I'm always interested to watch them. So yeah, let us know, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.